Hello and welcome to another episode of Sketchbook and Yap. I've got myself a tea, so feel free to get yourself a hot drink also, and maybe even put on some music. I don't know, classical, jazz, classical, jazz house. I don't know, whatever tickles your fancy. Today, I wanted to do things a little differently to last week. I wanted to start with a prompt, which I guess I kind of did last week because the prompt was that feeling of being in creative flow. And this week, the prompt I want to work with is the mental, physical, and emotional body. And I want to try and represent that in visual format. So bear with me, I have a vision. I hope you're having a good day so far and that you're well. I'm very excited for today's episode, actually. I'm excited to see what comes out of it because I have a starting point idea, but you just never know, do you? I'm trying to think of tips for beginning a creative process. Definitely, I think movement helps a bit. So my idea for how to start this piece or this spread is that there's going to be 3 lines across the page. So the only one that I'm certain of at the moment is the physical body, and I was thinking that I would represent it as a wave to represent the daily cycles, but then also because it's not just a continuous daily cycle on repeat, especially as a woman, it's monthly also and seasonally and everything. There's like millions of seasons. Then I probably would represent it as a wave line in a circle, so like this or something like that maybe. But then on this page it would be, if this is the page, then I'm going to represent it as one thick line, although I don't want it anything that needs more undulations than that. So I was going to do it maybe like that, and then it needs to be thick and sturdy. So I'm not sure, I was thinking of doing paint, maybe with this paintbrush, although she's still not thick enough, but I actually don't have a thicker one, so I might just have to do 2 layers. I'm also unsure about what colour. What colour is the physical body? Maybe it's just like skinny coloured, but I just feel like it's so solid. It's just like stable elephant kind of. Maybe it's more like a grey. On a complete side note, I read an article in a Tate magazine on Yoko Ono. I hope I'm saying that right, Yoko Ono. And it was about her performance art, about how she scripts her performance art and how she does these sketches for her like performance art. And I was just very intrigued and inspired by the way that she thinks. Elephant grey. Alright, I don't think this is quite thin enough. It's a bit like a cell membrane. The thing is, it kind of needs to be coming off the page to show it's continuous. Elephants are very emotional creatures though. Like if you've ever seen the elephant burial. Physical body I guess is more like a machine. No, it's not really like a machine. But it's the most machine-like of the 3 perhaps. I'm not talking so much about the biology of the physical body. I'm thinking more about the human experience of having a physical body. I am very satisfied with that. I've just written a bit in my journal. The physical body is steadfast, unwavering. The heart beats incessantly. It does not stop for anything. We cannot control our own bodies really, save for our breath. They are more like the rising and falling of the tide. You can't stop your heart from beating. It just continuously beats. And there are cycles that go within our body that we don't really have control over. Experiencing your body is a bit like being a ship on the shore, just going with the tide. So this is the line that you guys did not see me painting. I was trying to also say that I think I'm going to leave it as it is because I like the imperfections on the line, like these brush marks and how it's lighter in some areas, and I think that reflects our own experience of our own physical bodies too. This is what I wrote about the emotional body. Your emotional body is unpredictable. It is ephemeral and without physical form. It's wide-ranging and flamboyant. It dances around the physical body mischievously, refusing to be bound. So I think lots of colours, following a kind of general form along the line that I have for the physical body, but also unpredictably jutting out. I'm going to use some oil pastels, I think. Oh, this is a good one. I think this one, maybe this one. Then colour pencil wise, this is my, ooh. I feel like I'm doing one of those card readings, you know, when it's like see which card comes out, and then that's one for your reading. Like try and, oh, one's coming. Nope, that's not relevant. It's brown. I don't think emotions are brown, but I'll keep it anyway. Red, I think this is a good one. Red. I could do some watercolor. Maybe excitement could be a neon. I feel like emotions are quite thin. They're like wire-like. Maybe it would be kind of fun to see how different mediums react to the slightly wet paint. It's like almost like they're playing with each other. I like see how this is perfect metaphorically. The oil pastel has like pushed the paint and they've started to bleed into each other. I think we're still on the energetic type ones, like firecrackers. Trying to like embody the emotions as well. I guess sometimes also emotions just like fizzle out. They're very fleeting. I'm having so much fun. This is so much fun. Now I've got anger. You see, I think that the fact that this paint is wet is going to be handy because I think that the anger will bleed into that. I think anger needs to be a thicker line though. I need like a big fat, just like bulldozing everything. This is like not fat enough. But I don't have the pen that I seek. Okay. Now I'm gonna go on to watercolor. I feel like watercolor is sadness. I don't actually think sadness is a blue color. I think it's more of a brown. A tinge of anger. Anger is red. Sadness also doesn't like to take up space sometimes. It's just in the peripherals. Now I'm going to move on to the more subdued feelings. I've got these three for subdued feelings. I guess also in a way these feelings might fill in the gaps of the other feelings, like those scribble drawings. There's an artist that I studied that does things like this, and I'm not going to get you the postcard because it's stuck nicely on my wall. Having said that, I got you the postcard. and it's France Lise Magone. Alright, now I'm on to mental body. I was thinking pencil. It has to be quite precise because your thoughts are like quite precise. I'm going to sit down for this one. I feel like the mental body pays no heed to the physical body, so the two should not be aligned at all. And then this second line can symbolize thinking things over again and again and again and again. If I had like a whole day, I'm sure I could fill the page with lines, which is also symbolic, because if I had a whole day, I could fill the entire day with thinking. This is me wallowing in whatever feeling this is, boredom. This is me going round and round and round in circles and never getting anywhere. This is going to be a puddle. And sometimes your mind's just elsewhere when one numbs themselves out and escapes from reality. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I'm actually kind of happy with it. Well, thank you for making it this far. This is the series where I use art as a way to talk about things I'm interested in and also explore topics that you can't just explore with words. If you have any thoughts or comments on what you would have done differently if you were to do the same thing, I would love to hear them in the comments. Hope you feel at peace today and empowered. And I'll see you next time. Have a lovely rest of your day.